Metal.
Together with my group mates, I'm Christian Ramintilla with Carl Patito and AL Red San Pedro. Metals, materials that have the properties like hardness, lustrous, malleability, ductility, and a good conductor of heat and electricity are called metals. How metal are made?
Mining.
Metals are typically extracted from the earth crust through mining operation. This involves locating deposits of ore and extracting them using various techniques, such as open pit mining, underground mining, or placer mining.
Or processing.
Once the ore is extracted, it undergoes processing to remove impurities and separate the metal from the ore matrix. This can be involved crushing, grinding, and chemical treatments to concentrate the metal content.
Smelting.
Smelting is the process of extracting the metal from its ore by heating it to high temperature in the furnace with a reducing agent. The reducing agent such as coke, carbon reacts the metal oxides in the ore to produce molten metal and slag. This slag, which consists of impurities and non-metallic compounds, is removed, leaving behind the molten metal.
As the ingredients travel through the furnace, chemical reactions take place, removing the oxygen and leaving melted elemental iron and slag. Periodically, the bottom of the furnace is opened to allow molten iron to flow to a torpedo car or ladle for transportation to steel-making facilities. At the same time, slag formed on top of the molten iron is directed to a slag pot.
Casting and forming.
Once the metal is refined, it can be cast into ingots, billets, or other shape depending on the intended use. Casting involves pouring the molten metal into molds and allowing it to solidify. The solid metal can be further processed through shaping processes such as forging, rolling, extrusion, and machining to create final products.
To a rock. That rock we call coal. Coal is burnt to produce heat and energy. Coal was a Victorian's main source of power. In the Victorian times, coal was burned to generate power by using steam. It was also used for cooking, heating, transport, and it was used in factories to power machinery and to heat furnaces for metalworking. With the Industrial Revolution came a much bigger demand for coal. The Victorians dug mines deep underground, using tools like pickaxes and shovels, or used ponies and children to push and pull carts of coal back up to the surface of the earth. Later, with the invention of steam engines and the use of the steam technology down the mines, the process of transporting coal became easier and faster. In areas in the Midlands, in towns like Dudley and Ironbridge, in the north and the northeast in Newcastle and Durham, and in Scotland, mining towns grew as the demand for coal increased. The growth of the mining industry created jobs which attracted people from the countryside to the cities and towns to work for mining companies. Entire families would work down the mines for an agreed amount of coal. Every member of the family would work to collect the coal, including pregnant ladies and children as young as 4. Mining was unhealthy work. It could be very dangerous. There were threats of explosions, stories of collapsed mines where the wooden beams holding up the tunnel has given way because of the weight of the soil above them. Poisonous gases like methane and carbon monoxide lingered in the air. The mines were cold, damp and dark. Inventions like the steam engine, the waterworks, the Davy lamp, and the air pump sped up mining production and helped to improve the working conditions in the mine.
The next topic is electrolytic refining of metals.
nice jacket.
Thank you. Hey, my jacket.
Our last participant is Mr. Smart.
So dito, may gold, silver, and copper. These are the materials used in electrolytic refining of metals. So, ginagamit tong mga materials na to pang refine ng metals. And then, we proceed for the next step, which is meron dito merong switch, and then the battery. So, this is another term for electrolyte. So, battery, may current siya. Yung switch, nakakonekta siya sa anode. So, and then yung switch nakakonekta din sa battery. So, dito, yung cathode, nakakonekta siya sa negative current ng battery.
Oh, there are so many people here.
Hey. Give me my jacket. Ew.
Current.
So, dito, current will pass through the solution. So, ang electrolytic solution, meron siyang dalawang variables, which is copper ions and sulfate ions. So, papasok yung copper ions sa loob ng solution, and then papasok din yung sulfate ions sa loob ng solution. So, dito, yung electrolyte will attract towards the cathode. So, magkakaroon siya ng, yan, yung sulfate ions. Papasok siya sa cathode. So, pag meron electrons, so, mayroong dalawang sulfate ions sa cathode. So, magigain siya ng dalawang electrons. And, at the same time, yung atoms, yung copper atoms na nanggaling sa anode, mawawala yung electrons nun at mako-convert yun sa copper ions. So, yun. Yung copper ions, mako-convert siya sa into copper ions. And dahil nag-convert siya, yung electrolytic solution, madedissolve siya. So, in this way, indirectly copper atoms from the anode get deposited to the cathode repeatedly. Ibig sabihin nun, yung copper atoms na nanggaling sa anode, madedeposit siya sa cathode paulit-ulit. So, yun. Ito yung nakikita niyo sa video. Ito yung process ng electrolytic refining metals. So, dito, merong ding pag-decrease ng size ng anode at pag-increase ng size ng cathode. So, ito naman yung reaction ng anode and cathode. So, yung anode, ito yung variables niya, and then ito yung variables ng cathode. So, dito, all the pure copper from the anode deposit on the cathode. So, the impurities in the impure copper had settled down as anode mud and the bottom of the container. So, yan. Oh no, oh no. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you.